Hello and welcome to Eliza's Builder Demos. By the end of this video, you're going to learn a little bit about an agent builder team. You're going to introduce their project, share what's next on their roadmap, and demo their agent live. Today, we have Amir from DataBarista. They are building a super connector elizaOS agent performing semantic matchmaking. It has the ultimate goal of connecting people based on their mutual interests and needs. Amir, thank you for joining us today. Just wondered if you want to start off with a quick introduction to yourself and perhaps a little bit around the background of DataBarista.
Nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Emil. I'm here to introduce you to DataBarista. A little bit about my background. I'm an engineer. I used to do chip design. Now I do AI agents in crypto. And about a few months ago, I got into elizaOS. It's an amazing framework, super modular and easy to use. And for somebody who wasn't even a computer science degree, it was very easy for me to get into it and immediately build what I wanted. And I used to work for building data DAOs. I tried Netflix data DAO, Twitter data DAO, giving data ownership and value to the people. I never really stick. And then it clicked for me that it's not just about the data ownership, it's what other value do you give to the user? And that's where I realized matchmaking is the ultimate holy grail of bringing that ownership and privacy to match people without the creepy data practices. And that's how DataBarista came to life.
Interesting. I feel like that's the perfect segue for you to start to run through DataBarista and share more about the project.
Yeah, of course. So I have here open at the same time a demo and the slides. I'm gonna go over them together. So one of the problems that we see these days is that it's not a problem, but what trend we see is that couples and talking mostly the romantic type of matchmaking is happening online. It's relying on data and algorithms and it's working pretty good. Now more than 50% of couples, they meet online. And yet we, the techie people, we are not really using matchmaking for this purpose. We are still relying on random networking. We go to these big conferences, just like running through people, having rush conversation, Telegram selfies, and then that's it. And we know that out of those 100 people, maybe only 3 of them is good for you to talk to. But how can you find? And then you get exhausted. And at the same time, we have this problem in our digital networking. We have this big number of anons on Telegram and Discord, and everybody having introductions, long introductions. You cannot go through 100 introductions to see who you should talk to. And also, we don't know anything about their background. We don't know if it's a verifiable source of what they claim to be. And that's the problem that DataBarista is going at. So,
Interesting. Straight into the demo.
yeah, I just fired it up. I deleted my own data and it's just with a test database. So it's not like matching with real people to dox them here. It start to ask about, actually it remembers me from the last thing. So it's asking me ready to stir up new connections or refine your matchmaking agent even further. So since it's already known, I go with a new one. I say, no, I got a new project. I'm working on a fitness agent. So let's just come up with something new, maybe get a new match.
So just to replay this, you've set up a new profile previously here. You've came back into the DataBarista and now you're asking the agent to register a new profile for yourself to matchmake on a different topic, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So I can have multiple projects and it can update you. If you
Yeah.
change your mind, you want a new profile. I demoed it before for a matchmaking agent. Now I change to another one. So I say
Nice.
I'm working on a fitness agent. So it says, what kind of fitness are we talking? Personalized workout plans. I say personalized workouts. I want to build an agent that take pics of your food you eat after a workout and judge you. the calorie and quality.
That's quite a good idea.
Is
Then-
what next level? The agent analyze food pics. Okay. Are you planning to integrate with fitness tracker or nutrition database for extra accuracy? No, I just want to get it to the hands of the people. Can you intro me to some fitness influencers? So while it's doing it, I can talk about like how it works in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, just thinking here, how does the agent store the memory on each user? I don't know if that's what you've got up here to talk through the knowledge graph side of things.
Yeah. So like now is like we are having this conversation, this dialogue, and the agent is like his goal is to get to know who is the best possible match for you and some background information about it. And
Yeah.
once it has that, then it start extracting knowledge triplets about your goals, challenges, desired connections to your background, project, intents, and it comparts it into private and public pieces. It put the public piece anonymized on a decentralized knowledge graph on origin trade, and the private part, goes into an edge node that is only accessible to the agent. So you have
Okay.
a privacy, but you need to trust the agent with your data, but you can verify every interaction of the agent and how it accessing that edge node for you. So I just chat with the agent on the side. So once it has those data, it stores it in DataBarista's network, which is a community knowledge graph. And
Yeah.
afterward, it will go to serendipity action, which is the best part of it is called a semantic matchmaking. It does first like a first round of query to get like all possible potentials, and then it collects their vector databases and then ranks them for you and then get the top 10 out of it and sends it into a reasoning model, which not only looks which of them is best for you, but which of them is best for also the other person. So we want a complementary match. We don't want a one-sided spam kind of match. And after it finds the complementary match, then it posts an introduction and introduce us to the match. And yeah, I'm just trying to get the conversation shorter with the agent. So it goes on and store my profile and give me the match, please. Because it takes 1 minute, 2 minutes. You need to have a really good deep conversation to really get all the information that it needs about you.
Got it.
And
So that's set up. I was going to say, so what's next for DataBarista? What's the next step for you? Is the data DAO where you see things going?
yeah, so now you see that it connected me with a community builder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it there. But what I vision behind of this, that on the surface is an application, and it's an application that is so modular, thanks to Eliza, that it can be on any client, it can be for any purpose. It can be you can modify it for social matchmaking, you can modify it for school projects to find people, and but underneath, we want like they're also in crypto, and the values of crypto comes along the privacy, the ownership. So what
Sure.
I vision is that behind of it is an actual grassroots data DAO that you have privacy over your data, you have the ownership through NFTs over your data, and also of the amounts you reveal yourself about yourself to the agent, you receive tokens, and then you use those tokens to get matches. And if you don't get so many matches and you can sell those tokens on the market, and there will be recruiters and companies who like a lot of matches, they will buy
Mm.
up those tokens. Therefore, this type of tokenomics will be backed by the data, backed by the DataBarista's network, and it's not going to be a speculative type of asset that what we are usually used to.
Okay.
So
So the
yeah,
agent,
that's
the users of DataBarista, the information they input would be stored within a DAO isn't quite right, is it? But there would be a DAO mechanism that I guess governs access to that data for the agent. Is that correct?
Yeah. You can think of it that like the data barista becomes like kind of the operator of the DAO, where you have verifiability of his action. Then
Okay.
people can contribute and say what sort of rules they like about their data, the consent mechanism, what type of data type, how much tokens do they get for it? If it's Twitter data or using zkTLS or other means, and
Right.
people can have a voice also, because not only is their data, but also is the rules that comes on top of those data. And Data Barista is just there to govern everything for them in a transparent way.
I see. Amazing. Amir, if there was one thing you wanted the people listening to do, what would it be?
Yeah, like them to talk to the agent. Come talk to him on Telegram, on Twitter, on Data Barista, and the web. And this vision of grassroots data DAOs is something promising. But as you can see at this moment right now in the team is me, the agent, and my dog, which soon becomes an agent too for matchmaking of all the people who pet him. And if there are any builders who like this idea, who like this vision, come to me and let's build this grassroots data DAOs. And yeah, that's all what I can say right now.
Awesome. I'm very excited to see where this goes. I think it's a very novel use case for an agent, and whether it's Web3 or Web2 specific in terms of the matchmaking, I think there's something interesting forming here. So thank you for sharing this with with myself and the community. As I say, I'm looking forward to seeing what's next for you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.